Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Morning viewers. In this video we are going to see the upcoming Saturn Transit. Saturn moves from Capricorn to Aquarius on January 17th, evening around 6:02 pm. We will be seeing the predictions for each and every zodiac as a separate video. If you are new to my channel, keep it subscribed so that you get my updates instantly. The Saturn transit takes place on 17th of January, evening around 6:02 pm, where you are seeing the planetary position. During the day, it is Visakha star, where Moon is on Scorpio, and you could see the planetary position. Rahu is at Aries, Mars is at Taurus, Ketu is at Libra, Moon is at Scorpio, and Mercury is at Sagittarius. Sun and Venus conjuncted at Capricorn. Saturn being a ruler at Aquarius. Now, as a day, it enters into the Aquarius and becomes a ruler there. And Jupiter is a ruler at its own house, Pisces. This is the planetary position. Based on these planetary positions for the next 2.5 years, we will be seeing the predictions for each and every zodiac, how Saturn is going to behave, what are the good and positive things a person will get, and what would be the negative effects. First of all, one should understand the planetary position of the current position. It will have an impact up to 15 to 20% on a personal horoscope. The basis is only based on the original horoscope, which is derived on the Mahadasa and Antardasa from the existing planetary position on the birth date and time. So one need not have to worry about all these problems of Saturn. At the same time, during the 7.5 period of Saturn, as well as Saturn is at the 8th house, there may be some problems also. We call it as Ashtama Sani and we call it as Edara Sani. So all these two positions, the Saturn will give some negative impacts also. Depends upon the planetary positions during that particular time. The best remedy could be praying to Lord Ganesha daily, or every Saturday praying to Lord Hanuman will give you good relief from the Saturn's ill effects. So let us see which are all the zodiac getting good and bad effects based on the upcoming Saturn transit. For these three zodiac, the upcoming Saturn transit seems to be highly favorable. First, let us see for Aries. So far, Saturn was placed at the 10th house, is going to move to the 11th house, which indicates profit. So the position of Saturn, which takes its highest power like Mula Trikona at Aquarius, which is being the 11th house for Aries, this Saturn transit seems to be really favorable for them. So they can expect good returns. They can expect good returns through investments. There will be good rise in the salary. Those who have worked in a company for, they can expect some good incentives, increments during this upcoming Saturn transit. Also, those who are doing business can grow their business well and get some good business inflow, and there will be good inflow of money. So for Aries, we can say this is a good positivity. Next comes Sagittarius. So far, Sagittarius was under the control of Saturn for 7.5 years. On the January 17th, when Saturn moves away from the 2nd house to the 3rd house, the zodiac Sagittarius gets rid of the 7.5 period of Saturn completely. So that is a great time for them, because for the past 7.5 years they had struggled a lot. So this movement of Saturn, it will give some good benefits. It will start yielding good benefits for Sagittarius. Also, Saturn at 3rd house will do some positivity, as whenever the planets are associated with 3rd and the 11th house, will definitely give some positive results. The 3rd zodiac is Virgo. For Virgo, so far Saturn was placed in the 5th house. Now moving to the 6th house seems to be really good. So when 6th house, a planet like Saturn is associated, they can get good returns through business. Those who had invested money they can yield some good positive results during this particular time. Those who borrowed through loans, this particular time it will give them benefits of repaying back the loan. Similarly, those who have lended money to others, this particular period, they can get back the money So it's a good time for them also. They can win out of their enemies. In business, they can win out of the competitors' shares. All the positive things can happen. So for the upcoming Saturn transit, for all these three zodiac, the positivity could be more than 80%. Now for the zodiac Taurus. So far, Saturn was placed in the 9th house and which moves to the 10th house. 10th house indicates job, workplace. So we can expect good job opportunities for those who are unemployed so far. This time seems to be really favorable for them. Those who are already working in a company can find this period suitable for promotions as well as increments. Some may get foreign opportunities. They travel different places. So a lot of positive things can happen for Taurus. Also, Saturn is responsible for the 9th and 10th houses. So we can say some of them may start their own business with the father or elder brother's side. This could be really good fortune for doing business also. Now for Scorpio, as Saturn moves to the 4th house, and we call it as Kendra. Whenever in Kendra a planet like Saturn is associated, it could yield some positive results. So for Scorpio, this Saturn transit seems to be really favorable. They can increase their asset purchases. Some of them can buy their own house, buy their own flats. They can buy their land or they can invest money in share market and find some good profits. So it looks really positive for them. And some of them, if the mother's health is not well, they can get complete recovery from their health related problems. So this seems to be favorable for Scorpio. In terms of Gemini, so far Saturn was placed at the 8th house, so it could have given a lot of troubles for them. As Saturn moves away from 8th house to 9th house seems to be a really good time for Gemini, because the ill effects of the 8th house is getting relieved as Saturn moves away to the 9th house. For all these three zodiac, this Saturn transit we can expect 70% and above positivity. Now for these three zodiac, if you see for Capricorn, as Saturn moves away from Capricorn itself is a good relief for those who are in this particular zodiac. So far they might have faced lot of troubles, they might have faced lot of health related issues, many negative effects, some might have lost their job. All these problems might have faced for the last 2.5 years. As Saturn moves away to the 2nd house, it looks really favorable for them, as at the 2nd house Lord itself is going to be a ruler. It looks like they can build their money back. Whatever they have lost so far, they can regain back. It's a good time for building the revenue. Some of them can construct their own house. Some of them can communicate well to others. Those who are in the field of communication business, they can improve their skills. And those who are not married yet, it's a good time for them to settle down in their life. So positivity can happen in the upcoming Saturn transit. Now when you consider Libra, so far Saturn is placed good, but to an extent it is favorable as it moves to the 5th house, and Saturn will not do bad effects for those ascendant and zodiac of Venus as well as for Mercury. So Saturn being placed at the 5th house at Trikona is not good, but at the same time for Libra, to an extent it gives positivity. And for Leo, so far Saturn is placed from 6th house, it moves to the 7th house, itself is really good, but at the same time as it aspects the Leo, some may find troubles in the married life. Who are looking for marriage alliances, there may be some troubles, there may be hurdles, so some negativity is also there. So for these three zodiac, we can say a positivity from 50 to 70%. In the upcoming Saturn transit, we could see these three zodiac getting badly affected. As Saturn moves from Capricorn to Aquarius, so those who are in this zodiacs and Aquarius, they are in the mid of the 7.5 period of Saturn, so they face lot of troubles in the next 2.5 years. So they may face some health related issues, some troubles, some hurdles in their life. Those who are looking for marriage, things may not happen in time, so a lot of negative things can happen. But one should remember that Saturn owns the houses of Capricorn and Aquarius, will not do much harm to the own houses. As you can see, a teacher can punish any student but at the same time, the teacher will not give the similar punishment to his own child in case if the same child is studying under him. So the teacher may show some mercy to his own child. So like the same way Saturn will not do much harm to the zodiac Capricorn as well as Aquarius. So they need not have to worry a lot. Now for Pisces, as when Saturn moves to the 12th house of Pisces, it starts the sound of period of Pisces now. So now the zodiac, those who are in this particular zodiac, they may face lot of expenses. So as they are entering to the 7.5 period of Saturn, so the next 7.5 years time seems to be a really tough time for Pisces. So it is not so encouraging for them. And the another zodiac is Cancer. For Cancer, as Saturn moves from 7th house to the 8th house, so which is not favorable. So far, they might have faced some troubles in the family life. There may be conflict between husband and wife, life partners. Now, all these conflicts might come to an end. Even for those who are unmarried, there are chances they get married. All these positive things can happen. But at the same time, when Saturn moves to the 8th house, it may give some health related problems, some hurdles, some troubles in the family life. So for these three zodiac, the positivity could be less than 50%. Now let us see for each and every zodiac sign, based on the position of Jupiter and the upcoming Saturn transit and also the placement of Rahu and Ketu, what would be the predictions, what are the positive things and negative things, which we can see in detail. Aquarius, the 11th zodiac sign as per the Kalapurusha Tattva. For Aquarius, the upcoming Saturn transit is not so favorable, as Saturn moves from 12th house to the ascendant or the zodiac. They are in the mid of the 7.5 period of Saturn. So it looks like it's a very tough time for the next 2.5 years for Aquarius. When Saturn associates with Aquarius directly and it takes the Mula Trikona Sthan there, it becomes very powerful. They may face health related problems during this particular period. There may be some health related problems, there may be problems between the couples, the husband and wife. If the husband is in this particular zodiac, he may have conflict with his wife. Similarly, if a wife happens to be in this particular zodiac, so she may find some problems with their husband. As Saturn aspects the 7th house directly, there will be a conflict between the friends, relatives, as well as business partners. It's going to be a really tough time for Aquarius and they may face a lot of challenges also. Depends upon the individual's age. If the person is less than say 20 years, if he is a student studying in a school, he may be lazy, he may not concentrate well on the studies, he may be lagging in the studies. Similarly, if a person is in the middle age between 20 to 40, he may find some troubles in the work. So some may lose out their job, some may find difficulties in workplace, there may be problems with the seniors, so all tough times could take place. Some may even get a transfer from one location to another location and they need to get separated from the family. So all these troubles they may face. If a person is between 40 to 60, he may face some health related problems. Same way, if the Saturn is occurring thrice in this particular Vimsotri chart, supposing if a person after birth, if he is facing the third time this particular 7.5 period is coming, then there may be even high level of challenges. So some may even get hospitalized and it looks really tough for them. But luckily for Capricorn and Aquarius, as Saturn owns these houses, it will not give a very deep troubles. But there may be some problems, but it will not be much. Like a teacher punishes all the students in his classroom. If his own son happens to study in this same class, he may not punish his son as like other people. So same way, Saturn will not do punishment to the people of Aquarius and Capricorn much. Now from Aquarius, Saturn starts aspecting the third house, that is Aries. As Rahu is there, is strong at third house, so they may find certain problems with the younger sisters and brothers. They may face some problems in their short trip. Some may not take decisions in time, they may be very lazy, they don't take things very actively, so all these troubles they may face. But luckily during 2022, when Jupiter is associating in the end of 2022 and 23, transit takes place from Pisces to Aquarius. So 2023 seems to be really favorable as Saturn's ill effect may not be there. But in 2024, when Jupiter moves away from Aries to Taurus, during 2024, the ill effects of Saturn aspecting the third house will be there. So that time they may face certain issues with their younger brothers, sisters, issues with their hard work. They don't take any decisions in time. They feel very lazy. So it looks not a favorable time for them. Same ways when Saturn aspecting the Leo directly, there may be conflict between the business people, life partners as well as friends. But when Jupiter from Aries aspects the Leo, their troubles will not be there much. There will be a mixed effect. But during 2024, when Jupiter is away from Aries, so that period there may be some conflict between the life partners as well as business partners also. Even there will be delay in the marriages. If somebody wants to get married, seeking some good alliances, there may be some struggle. There may be some hurdles in that. So it is not so easy to get married. It is also not easy to get friendship also. There may be some disturbances in the regular friendship. Saturn aspecting the Scorpio 10th house, so some may lose out their job. During 2023, as this 10th house is not getting associated with any of the positive planets like Jupiter or Venus, they may face certain problems with the seniors. Some may not get jobs in time. There may be delay in the workplace. So they don't work in time. They face certain problems with the seniors. Some may lose out their job. Some may get transferred from one location to other locations. So they need to get separated from the family. Even those looking for job opportunities is not very easy for them. They need to struggle hard. They need to prepare very well. Until they don't get good opportunities. Even if they get good opportunities, they don't get the salary in time. They don't get the dream job also. So all this negativity could take place. But during 2024, when Jupiter moves from Aries to Taurus, it will start aspecting the Scorpio, that is the 10th house of Aquarius. That period, there may be some good improvements. That time, those who are jobless, they may get good job opportunities. There will be some improvements in the workplace also. Same way, those housewives working in their houses, they may face certain difficulties and health related problems also. They may get large number of guests in their house and they need to spend lot of time in doing the cooking activities and other activities. So even for women in the house, they find it difficult, more difficulties during the upcoming Saturn transit also. For children, it is not so easy for them to succeed in their career. It will be very tough time for them. They need to work hard, they need to study well. They may face frequent health related problems also. Even in case of business, those who are doing business, the next 2 years, it is better not to invest much. So they should be careful with the business partners also. Those doing business in oil field, coal, cement, sand and all, they may face certain challenges and problems also. But those who are in the management cadre, those who work as a consultant to other companies, they may get certain profit. As Jupiter aspecting the Leo directly, so those who are in the jewelry shop, those who are doing jewels as a business, and even the covering gold and other business articles, so gift articles, all these areas, if they do business, they may get certain profits also. So comparing the planetary portion for the next 2.5 years, for Aquarius, as they are into the 7.5 period and the mid of the 7.5 period of Saturn, they face a lot of challenges in the next 2.5 years. So we could say there could be a maximum of 45 to 50% positivity for Aquarius.